Tomorrow is Veterans Day, and we are hearing a touching tribute to those vets from two locals. 84-year-old Air Force veteran Bob Beck wrote the lyrics to A Veteran Died Today, and his friend Shawn Moulenbelt helped turn those words into a song. Bob and Shawn are joining us this morning, but before we get there, let's hear a snippet of the song.
Neighbors laughed about him, they thought he was a joke, but his friends, they all believed him, for they knew of which he spoke.
Okay.
Hear his tales no longer, the old man passed away. Our nation is a poorer place, a veteran died today.
You're 86. Right? Okay, so we have them joining us here in the studio this morning. First, both of you, it is Veterans Day tomorrow. Thank you for your service. We appreciate you guys both. Bob, tell us about this song. I mean, it's a really nice song, and of course, the instrumental by you. Always great. So tell us about the song.
There's a poem called "A Soldier Died Today," which is quite a long poem, and I adapted this to this tune, "A Veteran Died Today." Mm-hmm. There's also other versions of "A Veteran Died Today" in various places, but this is our song that we adapted to it.
And then you put it together with music, and how do you go about doing that?
Well, Bob and I both, I went to school with his kids, you know, so we've been in the same neighborhood forever, so we've been talking about it for every time we'd see each other. I got some words, so we finally sat down, and Bob sang it the way he had it in his head, and I tried to make it resemble the way he sang it as much as possible.
Yeah. Bob, when you're writing the words, obviously, you know, there's some inspiration drawn from the other poems here that you're talking about, but when you're writing this, what are you thinking about when you're formulating this?
Oh, I appreciate everything the veterans have done, and I would like to recognize them for it. It's a song about all of us veterans. One veteran and all of us veterans.
And just a way to kind of honor them and
Tribute
give back to
the
their
veterans.
That's great. And then for you, Shawn, being able to come together with this project, what are you thinking when you're putting the music to the words here?
Mine is, I love getting to know our more experienced members of our community, and especially veteran members of our community. One of the other things, in fact, we might have another song in the book coming up. I don't know.
Okay.
But is it something about a library each?
Oh, when an old man dies, it's like the library burned down.
Oh, okay.
Right. So there's
All
so
the
much
stories,
knowledge and stories from a veteran standpoint, from a life standpoint. And if I get to get involved with the person and help them relay that information and get it out to other people can hear that information, that's I love that.
Now, when you guys are putting this song out, you guys are making this song, it came out just before Veterans Day. Why was it important for you guys to make sure it was done before Vets Day this year?
Well, I ran into Shawn sometime back and said to him, you know, Veterans Day is coming up, and this song is about veterans. Maybe we can work on it a little bit. So he came over to the house and picked it up and liked it, and so that's what we worked on.
Yeah, we've been whirlwind tour. We played it yesterday at his church.
Okay.
And then a little snippet tomorrow. We're going to a high school and playing. That was kind of the deadline. We got the Hopkins does a nice ceremony every year at school, and that was kind of our deadline, and we made it. So
there you go.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious the process. So do you guys record this in one swoop here, or how do you guys go about recording a song, especially one that means as much as it does to both of you?
Yeah, what I did is I would just kind of do what you call a scratch track, you know, record it in my basement. That's all recorded in the basement. And then I would play it for Bob and just say, okay, how'd I do? And mostly he was like, sounds good to me, you know, but, and then I went to his house and we recorded him doing the introduction and singing that last verse to the song right at his house.
Yeah.
And Bob was, he announced Hopkins football games for
54 years.
Wow,
54 years. So microphone, he's like, yeah, what do you need me to do?
Yeah, let me
bam,
just pick
bam.
up that
And he just,
microphone and
and like
go
first
with
take,
it.
done. It was like a 10-minute visit, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, the recording part was fun.
Well, and Bob, we have been kind of teasing throughout this interview that you are an Air Force veteran. You brought in parts of your uniform.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about your time in the service?
Well, I spent 4 years from 1961, 65. I spent most of the time in Bermuda, actually, where they have a base, and came back to Kincheloe in the Upper Peninsula. Met my bride there who was from Canada, so
Yep.
it was a good experience for me.
Yeah, and the suit or the uniform here
Yeah.
is still looking very beautiful. It's kept very well. And what are those memories when we get to Veterans Day? What are the memories that you remember wearing that uniform?
Well, during the Cuban Missile Crisis, there was so many aircraft on the island of Bermuda that it tilted. And that's what I think about.
You stayed on the high side, though, right?
Yes,
Yeah. Okay. Good.
That's what I think about, the dangers of that can surface just unexpectedly.
Yeah, absolutely. So when we're getting into Veterans Day tomorrow, what do you guys hope people take away from the day, or how do you guys hope that they remember our vets that gave their all?
The veterans have sacrificed a lot, more than most people ever realize. If a person goes into the Air Force or the Army on a 3 or 4 year enlistment, when they come back to civilian life, they are 4 years behind everybody else that they went to school with, you know. Because other people have completed college, and now he's completing his enlistment, so he's behind. Yeah,
It can make for a tough transition,
Yeah.
you know, especially those combat vets. That's a whole different world for you to be in, and then all of a sudden you're out of and back on the block, as they
Right.
say, and it's a tough transition. And I don't know that a lot of people find the right help and avenues they need to help them make that transition. It's just kind of like, here you go, thanks for your service, you know. So I guess just, you know, if you see a veteran, seek them out and do what you can to help them, you know, in any way. Not that we need it, we're not going to ask for it, but, you know, I mean, it's just been it's a tough transition.
Well, a lot of your work is focused on helping that transition. Can you kind of talk about that and what the need that you see is?
The big thing is, one of the things I learned is that veterans, primarily combat vets, and I don't remember the exact stat, but they're 70% more likely to want to create their own business rather than work for somebody else. So they have a skill, but they don't necessarily know how to start. And there's a lot of community there. You just got to be able to find all the Easter eggs to put all that together.
And channel that into what they can do with those skills
Exactly,
that they've learned.
yeah.
Real quick, before we have to go, tell me where I can find the song and what platforms is it available on?
It's available on most major streaming platforms: Spotify, Pandora, Amazon Music, Apple Music. A veteran died today, but if you look up my name, Shawn, and it's Moulenbelt, it's easier to find when you type my name in there, although typing my name in there is not very easy.
Even if you find them on Facebook, too,
Yeah.
it's linked there, too.
I put the links on there, So
Well, Shawn and Bob, we appreciate your time this morning. The song is beautiful, and we appreciate your attention to the veterans, especially as we approach Veterans Day.
Well, and thank
you both for your service.
Yeah,
too.
thanks for having us.
Let's get one final